Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I am bringing you guys the second game, not the first one, but the second one, in the JoinDota League of Sad Gaming BR versus Newtry, because why not? This is going to be, like I said, the second game. If you guys haven't checked out the first game, go check out the first game. Things happened, stuff happened, people died, people lived, money was earned, the creeps died, towers fell, and somebody's ancient died. And your time is officially up as far as for me not spoiling, and the game did go towards Newtry, and a very interesting lineup. I mean, wasn't the most, intuitive of lineups. I kind of harped on him a little bit, saying, "Oh man, no synergy and hashtag no combos. What you doing, bro? Come on, no quarter circle, left, right, B, hard punch, whatever, light punch, whatever." They didn't have any of that, and I was really harping that a little bit hard. But all this said and done, they did make their lineup work. And Sad Gaming, they kind of just pittered out. I mean, they had a spin. I was excited for that, sure, but it just wasn't his game. It just wasn't his game. So anyway, all this said and done, Sad Gaming do have a little bit to prove to Newtry now, so let's see how they can do. And going to the bans, we see ourselves a ban on top of the Lich, we see ourselves a ban on top of the Death Prophet, so Sad Gaming BR doing a nice little respect ban towards the Lich. They absolutely hate Death Prophet, so they're not going to have her in this game. Invoker does get picked up on their side, so they're going to feel pretty good about that. Newtry, they ban out the Earth Spirit and also ban out the OD, so still the same picks, they're still the same bans they had last time. And they also ban out the Slaughter, so I think they're not, I mean, if you're not planning on picking it, go ahead and ban it out so your team doesn't get it. That makes a lot of sense. And plus a Slaughter plus Vengeful Spirit will be a lot of negative armor, and ain't nobody got time for that, or HP for that. So moving on to the rest of the picks, we got Sad Gaming. They did pick up the Invoker plus the Vengeful Spirit, and that tells me a lot about their lineup. It tells me the fact that they can fit with pretty much any lineup in the current meta, that they're probably going to go straight Death Ball at a certain point, and by a certain point I mean probably like 30-35 minutes, they'll just all be S5, pushing, team fight, farm a little bit, push, team fight, and win the game. Or try to win the game that way. But having Invoker in the lineup, he's probably going to go for Class Exort. That is the most prevalent one in the current meta, where he can be a fighting Invoker. Maybe he might even go for a few points of Wex so he can get some Alacrity spam. But just going Class Exort at the very least, he'll be able to get the extra damage, because that's what he's all concerned about. And I think Alacrity gives you more damage the more Exort you have, and the attack speed goes up if you have more Wex. But this Invoker is going to be Class Exort Invoker trying to go for the farm. I don't know if he's going to go for Hand of Midas or go for the Face Boots Tornado Stick build that I've seen a few Invokers go for. But we'll see how he decides to build it, or how they decide to build on Sad Gaming side. Vengeful Spirit gets picked up as well as a nice support overall to just augment the team. Extra damage, or maybe they'll play as a carry. I really hope they don't, because I hate carry Vengeful Spirit. Not that I hate it, it's just I've never seen it work out too terribly well. Moving on to Newtry, they pick up the Faceless Void, they pick up the Bane, two people who can work really well in just about any lineup. Bane, a really nice overall all-around support. Basically the Mario of Dota supports. Just throwing it out there. Just all-around jack of all trades, master of none. I guess he's good at trading efficiently. Unless somebody has a better trade, then he's not. But all this said and done, Bane should be a nice person to help augment the lineup. Also has a single target disable for people like Invoker, so he will have a lot of fun with that. Speaking of having fun though, Faceless Void will be in the off lane, so we're going to see ourselves a Faceless Void game. Basically, has all the stain he could ever need, and they can just not face him down, because, take him down, wow. Well, words are hard. They just can't take him down in this off lane, so it's going to be relatively hard off lane. But they do pick up the Spirit Breaker, so I'm a little bit concerned that they're going to be going for an aggressive tri-lane. I've seen a few lineups where they had aggressive tri-lane with the Vengeful Spirit, Spirit Breaker plus one other support. I'm a little bit hazy on that one though, because I don't like what it does for their team. I mean, it kind of makes them super reliant on that early game advantage, and with the Spirit Breaker getting picked up already, if Newtry just go for some defensive support, someone like a Disruptor, even someone like a Windrunner who can shackle the Spirit Breaker before he can actually touch her, that would be perfect for him to for Newtry's lineup. But overall, just Spirit Breaker, going to be a nice support for him to have. We'll let it settle for a few moments. We'll see how they decide to respond on the side of Newtry. And we'll see if they ignore it completely. Moving to the other side, Sad Gaming, they did ban out the Queen of Pain and the Gyrocopter. I did not talk about them at all because they got banned out pretty fast. Gyrocopter, Queen of Pain, two relatively good mid-games heroes, / they can transition into late game, more so Gyro than Queen of Pain. And Witch Doctor finally getting picked up on Newtry side, so I'm all over the place right now, but Faces Void, Witch Doctor combination we've seen all day long, basically like the new Bane Marana. It's Witch Doctor can get his ulti, or Faces Void can get a good Chronosphere, and then Witch Doctor can follow up with his ulti. Fortunately, he can't put it in the Chrono, but he can put it just adjacent to the Chrono, or just, you know, just so ever so close to the Chrono, and just drop his ult and let it do the damage that it needs to do. But continue with the rest of the bans. New Try ban out the Lone Druid and also the Slaughter. I'm a little bit excited to see the Lone Druid get banned out. He was completely ignored last game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall if he was banned out. But I was a little bit, I mean, Lone Druid, one of those heroes that I always consider, like, if you're going to go late game versus Lone Druid, you're not going to have a good time unless you have a Spectre or a Medusa. Mainly because Lone Druid and his bear just do so much damage, it can just rip apart all the towers, and it's just very, very, very scary thing to see. Speaking of ripping things apart, though, Earthshaker again picked up on Sad Gaming BR side, so some nice additional initiation outside of the Spirit Breaker charge. So they got quite a bit of control. Pretty much everybody has a stun right now. The amount of control coming out for the team is going to be pretty darn massive. I definitely do think this is going to be a game for New Try to go for a Blink Dagger. And speaking of New Try's lineup, they almost had a purple strat. Lina just kind of showing up and messing up stuff, just fussing up all the stuff. But hopefully we see a mid Lina and not a support Lina. Actually, no, we are going to see a mid Lina because we have the Bane and Witch Doctor. So Faces Void will be playing the off lane, and Lina playing the mid. Bane and Witch Doctor will be supporting whatever carry that they have in their lineup. I'm not really sure what it synergizes really well with their lineup so far, stat-wise, but we'll go ahead and see if I can find that before these guys actually pick it. So I'll put Faces Void, Bane, Witch Doctor. Oh my gosh, so many people's names start with W. Lina, just using my stat finder, by the way. And according to this, Arc Warden? Really? So allegedly Arc Warden is a really good person to put in this lineup. I'm not a fan of that one because I haven't seen much Arc Warden get played, but then again, I haven't seen much Arc Warden get played, so I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. We got Spectre getting banned out for Sad Gaming, so they're not going to have none of that nonsense go through for them. Morphling got banned on inside of New Try, so they're going to make sure the split push is not good with them. They're going to make sure that the force is not with these ones. But Spectre as a lineup, Spectre would have been nice. Spectre would have been nice. You have the Bane and Witch Doctor who can help deal the damage, and Lina can blow people up once she gets her farm up. She will be playing mid and getting that priority farm. And Faces Void, he will be there for the extra control, so having space creation for somebody like a Spectre would have definitely been there for the team. I'm a little bit touchy on that one though, because you have Spirit Breaker who's going to be charging in continuously, so your support's going to get blown up. Earthshaker, he'll be there to just blow up people, so hopefully you don't have illusions. And Spectre's all about them illusions though, so that one echo slam would have probably done her in. But moving away from the statistics, let's talk logically what the teams could pick up. New Try, they need a carry. They definitely need a carry. I do not like the idea of Faces Void as a carry. Some people like to do that. I think it's not that great of an idea. Faces Void doesn't carry as hard as he used to, mainly because for some reason Backtrack just gave him so much extra life, 25% extra life essentially. On the side of New Try though, they can definitely go for I was going to say something like a Medusa, but they go for Slark instead. Slark, very, very, very popular hero in the current meta, and he will be able to roam around and get a few ganks on top of people like Earthshaker and the VS. So we'll see how this game goes. Gonna be a little bit scary though, because the more you think about it, the worse it is. Slark, he has his ult, and he's all about, you know, just trying to get his uncontested damage. But you have a lot of stuns that can kind of hit him without having to actually hit him. You have Invoker with his Tornado and an EMP to a certain extent. If Slark has no mana, he's pretty much useless. Not as useless as some other people, but pretty much useless. Spirit Breaker, he has his stun, which if he can charge something else, he can actually stun Slark. And Earthshaker, all his stuns are AoE. And now we got the Phantom Lance getting picked up on the side of Sad Gaming. I'm really, really, really afraid. I'm a little bit fearful for Slark's life right now. I think Slark might be getting blown up a few times. You can only do but so much to try to get the slow off of Phantom Lantern. Phantom Lantern definitely a good idea versus a Slark, and he can also get out of a few abilities. I mean, if Slark decides to try to lasso him or leash him, then Phantom Lantern can just evade it completely. So we'll see how well this lineup works. So far, Phantom Lantern with the Diffuse Blade probably gonna have a fun time. Just gonna go ahead and throw it out there while I can. Speaking of things to throw out there, let's go and throw out these names. Start off with the introductions on the side of Sad Gaming, so they can go first this time. We have Vengeful Spirit being played by Kepler. And we got the Earthshaker being controlled by the one and only Back Boys? Question mark. It's a question. Wasn't an answer, just a question. Invoker's being handled by the one and only Tavrila. Tavrila. I shall call you Ta. Ta is controlling that Invoker. We got the Phantom Lantern being controlled by the one and only Ura, or Ura, as I like to call it because it sounds cool. And I don't know if I'm offending somebody in a different language, but if I am, I'm sorry, it just sounds really cool. And Spirit Breaker is being controlled by the one and only Entertainment, so hopefully we get some entertainment out of seeing a support Spirit Breaker. or sorry, offlane Spirit Breaker. Moving on to the side of NWT, we got Witch Doctor being controlled by the one and only life of a dog shit, because the best kind of life is the one of a dog shit. And we got Come On Bruh, that mid player playing that Lena. Slark being controlled by the one and only dog shit Dota 2 player. And Faces Void being controlled by Kickstart My Heart, by that Faces Void. And Bane is being controlled by the one and only Haley Williams. Hallelujah, that's what she said. And she's able to survive. And actually, both runes, wow, both runes going towards NWT. So beautiful play. Faces Void forced to pick up that Time Walk level 1, but hey, he's okay with that. Just a little bit of mana loss. Lost basically no HP. And he got himself some XP. So yeah, definitely really well played. NWT off to an okay start so far. Not the biggest of starts, but hey, look at that gold graph. Boom. That's what we call consistency. Look at that. Look at that graph. Dang them lines. That angle, though. That slope. Which is a slope of 0, by the way. Actually, is that a slope? Yeah, it's a slope of 0. Because it's not changing. So our lineups are matching up. Lena versus Invoker. I think Lena struggles a little bit in this lineup because Invoker has so many spells. He can probably blow Lena up. But then again, Lena can turn around and just wreck his face. Those nukes are pretty darn strong for her. And speaking of nukes being pretty darn strong, Invoker taking a ton of damage. Just basically proving my point. Lena has what, Dragon Slave plus a few right clicks. That's really all it took. And now we got Ta forced to burn his first piece of regen. One Fairy Fire already gone. Need to go ahead and pop that Clary. Oh man, wow, Lena's gonna be really aggressive with this one. I don't know if she's going to be farming up for a bottle, but if she does get one, she'll be having a little bit of fun with that. Speaking of having fun, I see somebody's low HP. Faces Void, forced all the way back to farm the creeps. He will be able to time walk some damage. Actually, Vengeful Spirit going to be getting scouted out. He needs to back away as fast as he possibly can. He will be able to backtrack some damage, and we got the Sentry Ward in place. Faces Void's camp going to be getting scouted out. So I think he sees that they're pinging it, so supports will be buying themselves some Sentry Wards eventually. Actually, Bane already has one, so we'll see if he actually is able to de-ward it. So Sentry Ward does come through, they de-ward this one. It looks like they can find themselves a Vengeful Spirit. Nobody has a stun available. Looks like a stun fall on top of Lena, so she can actually keep or make her great escape. So Kepler are going to be able to walk out of this one. So some awkward series of events. I mean, maybe if Bane would have got a little bit closer, he could have got the kill. Because his Nightmare would have been there in range, but you win some, you lose some. Can't get them all right. So one of the biggest hits right now is that the Observer did get killed out from SAD, so they're not going to be able to have as much vision. But then again, Faces Void's camp actually got blocked by the Sentry Ward placed down here. So that basically means that he's not going to get as much XP as he normally would in this type of situation where Spirit Breaker and Phantom Lancer could just jump on him at a second's notice. So he's going to have to be very, very, very careful about trying to get XP. And we also have a very aggressive Observer Ward placed out here in the lane. So pretty much getting zoned out on all different levels. I mean, I guess he doesn't have that much time to farm right now. Get it? Because Face Void, time, right? Right? Nobody? Okay. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I think I'm funny, so I will continue to be funny. I think, therefore I am. Speaking of thinking and therefore I aming, we got Faces Void taking a nice little right click to the back. Gonna time walk back some damage. Doesn't want to get caught out. Also has an arcade room because hey, why not? Moving on to mid, Invoker plus Lena still hanging out, just being the best of brosives. Even though Lena's not really a bro. And actually, speaking of being a bro, Invoker dropping Alacrity, trying to get some more right clicks. Has a cold snap available, might be able to get a kill. Come on, bruh. Nope, just gonna force Invoker all the way back. Just getting bullied out of the lane right now. Has basically no regen, no bottle purchased up just yet. Not enough last hits going his way. Lena is gonna be getting ganked here very soon. The Spirit Breaker's coming in straight from the side. He actually dropped himself a smoke gank. This will be a nice cold snap, but Bane's around the backside. Bane shows up. Nightmare coming through. They are gonna be able to disengage the fight completely, and they're gonna try to follow up with a kill on top of Invoker. Unfortunately, Nightmare ending a little bit too soon. Invoker gonna be able to survive because that Nightmare timing was a little bit off. A little bit misfocused on that one. Speaking of misfocus, Kickstart My Heart, gonna be able to back himself away, trying to get a little bit of more damage on top of the Kepler on that Vengeful Spirit, because, you know, he just wants a few love taps. You know, Valentine's Day was yesterday, he's feeling a little lonely, he's feeling a little bit, he just can't face the fact that he doesn't have somebody to hang out with, and his camp will be warded up, so will not be spawning anything. I think he's gonna be able to see that here in a second. Tries to walk out of the spawn box, sees that it's warded, and he just walks away. Picks himself up an Iron Talon anyway though. That should allow him to farm this creep jungle over here, or this creep camp over here on this side. And at the very least he can also cut through trees, so he can maybe go for some extra juke pass. So moving on down to the bottom lane, because I have not talked about the Slark at all this whole entire game. Hasn't really been bothered. 22 last hits. I'm assuming Witch Doctor's been doing his due diligence, make sure that offlane Earthshaker has been able to do jack squat. As far as you know, getting your farm, getting your last hits, or getting your harassment going. And as far as I'm concerned, it looks like he's actually trying to rotate mid for a gank. So Bane's hanging around the backside. They're trying to line it up. Lina ulti, not online just yet, but it will be online here soon. I think once that comes through, that's going to be one dead Invoker getting blasted with that ulti. Speaking of ultis and getting blasted, Invoker, Faceless Void not that close to his ulti. I was kind of hoping he was level 6 by now, but looks like he's not. Still getting denied a lot of farm. And a Spirit Breaker showing up top. Oh, this might be a kill. Vengeful Spirit plus Spirit Breaker will be there. Spirit Breaker gonna go ahead and go for the right clicks. No ulti just, or sorry, no stun just yet. No, oh, there's a time walk. They will go for it. They're gonna commit. They're gonna go for it. Kicks on my heart. Will be getting hit with the stun. It looks like Faceless Void turns on. Nice time dilation. Sunstrike from Invoker will be falling. Does miss completely, but who really cares? Ura gets a kill. He's feeling very happy about that. Haley Williams showed up for a nice little heal, but unfortunately couldn't really heal up the right person. Just kind of healed up himself. Being a little bit selfish about that. But I think either way you cut it, Invoker would have died. A nice zoning coming out from the Invoker Sunstrike. Definitely an awkward situation for Faceless Void to be in, because he uses Time Walk early to make sure that he didn't get caught out like that. He actually got caught out like that. So don't really know what to tell you outside of he definitely needs a Blink Dagger this game. Otherwise, it's gonna happen a few more times. It's gonna be pretty crappy. Blink Dagger will at the very least allow the Invoker or the Faceless Void to initiate from a further range, and that should allow him to do a little bit more with his abilities. Once he has his ult. Speaking of having his ult, oh, Slark from downtown, able to catch them boys, or Back Boys, and Back Boy is going to be going down. Dog shit Dota 2 player, proving that he's not dog shit at all. He's just kind of good. That was like a max range pounce, so really well played coming from him. Just immediately jumping on the Earthshaker, and that was only a level 3 Dark Pack at the time, so that means that his damage was basically calculated. Like, he just calculated the fact that he'll have just enough right clicks for that. So really well played, really well played. Really well played indeed. Meanwhile, Faceless Void showing up down bottom, trying to give himself some farm, or maybe help them get a kill. Lancer left to his own devices. He's going to be all by his lonesome, continuously farming up whatever the heck he wants. I really don't know if this is going to be a Radiance game for him, or if it's going to be, first item boost travel. Meanwhile, Earthshaker down bottom taking so much damage. He actually going to be going down here very soon. Malediction getting used by the Witch Doctor just in case. They do get the kill. TP did get cancelled out. Spirit Breaker trying to charge in, cancels his own charge. And it looks like it's going to be it. Nobody's really coming down to help out the lone Earthshaker. Which, I mean, kind of sucks, but it's not that bad. Not that big of a deal. Not yet. Just as long as Invoker can continue to have an okay lane. He has not died just yet, but he's been getting bullied pretty hard by the Lina. She does have the extra damage necessary to get the kill now that she has an ulti. Looks like Bane's around the corner. Not level 6 just yet, but does have a Nightmare. And the stun would have started up pretty darn well. Unfortunately, stun does miss from Come On Brah. Gonna go ahead and heal himself up. Try to go for it again. Ability is on such a short cooldown, just makes it a little bit OP. Speaking of being OP, more damage coming towards Ta, and Ta, oh, he eats ulti! One right click's all he needs, but goes invisible just in time. Oh man, Lina really wishes he had a Dragon Slave or a stun available. She can actually drop a Dragon Slave here in a second. Spirit Breaker gonna go ahead and charge all in. Ta, dropping that healing sound, make sure he stays alive, but that was cutting it really close. Like, one more right click and Ta would have been gone from this world. Not long for this world, actually. So Lina getting charged on. This should be an easy kill for him. They do have the Vengeful Spirit around the corner too. And Invoker, he's here as well. Bane, he can't really do anything but drop himself a nice little Nightmare. And oh, Tactical pauses Tactical. Oh dear God. Alright guys, let's go ahead and see how this works out. I mean, Lina's gonna die. Like, she can run, but she definitely can't hide. Negative armor. We also have the freaking goddamn Orb of Venom. And then Invoker's like, yeah, no problem. Just take your time. You're gonna die anyway. It's okay. And Invoker's trying to go for a Hand of Midas, by the way. I did not call that out, but Phase Boots, Hand of Midas will be his build, so he's trying to invest in the later game. And, yeah, Lina's gonna die. That should be enough damage, shouldn't it? It's 287 damage pure. Lina doesn't even have that much HP. So, Lina's dead. She's saving up for, I don't really know what. I think Arcane Boots? Maybe she's going straight Ags? Ether Lens? Ether Lens would be a good idea. Just extra range, extra damage. But of course, Octarine Core definitely going to be a big item for Lina to pick up eventually. And also if she can pick herself up the other one I talked about. Not Arcane Boots. Aetherlanes. If she can pick up the Aetherlanes and also get the Octarine Core, it's going to help her damage out a lot. And Aghanim Scepter will help her out a ton as well. Just basically getting all those items to augment her magic damage. The more space Lina can create for Slark to farm, the better off she'll be. So even if Lina dies right now, it's okay. This is like her first death this whole entire game, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like I am not mistaken. Yes! CulBlu calling things right. Hashtag paying attention. But the more space you can create for Slark, the closer he gets to a Shadow Blade, the closer he becomes to be more aggressive, or the closer he gets to a Blink Dagger. Just some item to help him be more deadly. And I think this specific game, Shadow Blade would be a good idea. Shadow Blade would allow him to sneak in and sneak out of those fights. He's gonna have a hell of a time trying to kill somebody like a Phantom Lancer and a Spirit Breaker, but at the very least, he can kill the Earthshaker and the Vengeful Spirit a few times. If he does decide to go for the Blink Dagger, it's gonna be more so for, you know, I mean, the fight gets initiated by Faceless Void, who's gonna need a Blink Dagger himself, so it's gonna delay their timing as far as being able to kill stuff. But I think Slark right now has the space necessary to continuously farm, has himself 2 whole kills to his name. Wow, man. 2 whole kills to his name plus 50 last hits, so he's basically right up there with Phantom Lancer. But his net worth should be sitting better overall because he does have more kills. Looks like it's actually not the case, so a lot of jungle creeps going the way of Slark. Meanwhile, Lina dies. My bad, guys. Missed it completely. Lina does die. Man, ain't that a shame? They paused for me to get the kill, and then I completely missed the kill. That is like some next level Dota. It's like, thanks guys for pausing so I can catch the kill, and then I completely missed the kill. That is like, man, wow, next level noob. Anyway, Uda does have a lot of gold saved up, so Ratings build looks like it's going to be the primary build for him. It's gonna be a good item for him to have. Make sure that Slark stays honest, even if Slark drops his ulti. Slark will be still taking damage from that. Also, being able to keep the Blink Dagger for Faceless Void on cooldown when Faceless Void does decide to get it, it's gonna be very useful. Speaking of Blink Daggers, we got, oh man, Faceless Void taking quite a bit of damage down bottom. Earthshaker able to just do that much. Kickstart My Heart gonna be able to heal himself back up though, and Arcane Boots do fully come out from Back Boys, so Back Boys still able to find himself some sense of farm. And Slark shows up. Oh, Back Boys needs to go ahead and back himself on up. He's actually going to hit the time dilation. Going to be forced to back all the way. Slark Dark Pack doesn't come through with the leash, so unfortunately he doesn't get much damage to him. Looks like Earthshaker going to be just forced back just a little bit. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit going to go ahead and wait around the corner. Just trying to see if they get anybody rotating up top. Wish Doctor wait around the corner. Just trying to see if they get anybody rotating around the top. So both sides are just kind of playing a passive game. The observers coming out from the tower are actually pretty nice too. This is a nice observer, scouting out everything. Like everything the sun touches is their kingdom right now. And they see the Wish Doctor farm with some creeps, but I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Not much. That's what you're gonna do about it. When TP coming down bottom, Wish Doctor TP around the corner. I think they saw the TP come out. I don't know if Earthshaker thinks he's gonna die, but Faceless Void has his ulti, so this might be a kill. Using both the level and ultis will definitely be worthwhile, especially if they gives himself a kill for it. Faceless Void, will he jump on it? He looks like he's gonna jump on it. Time Wall coming through. Here comes the ulti. Oh no, the stun from Earthshaker will be there in time. Looks like there you go. The ulti does fall through. Wish Doctor dropping his ulti, and yeah, okay. A kill's a kill. It's okay. Being able to use the ulti is okay. And some people might say, oh, that was inefficient. They could have just go for the right clicks, but at this point, if you don't use the ulti, it's kind of a waste of time. Like, it's a waste of a skill point. And given the fact that their ultis have such a long cooldown, using it once is okay. Just kill one person. Especially the Earthshaker, who, if he gets a Blink Dagger, it's going to be a hellish time for them overall. His counter initiation will be pretty strong once the Chronosphere is gone. Speaking of counter initiation, though, Lina working on a Tornado Stick so she can actually survive some of these fights. And Spirit Breaker, he has himself Urn of Shadows on the way. Speaking of everything else is on the way, Faceless Void working towards what looks to be, oh, I don't really know. We got, oh man, Sunstrike missing completely. Almost able to catch the Slark. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer, he's gonna be, oh man, this guy's going for it. He's going for it. Look what they're doing it, bro. He bought himself a Drum of Endurance. He did not go for the Radiance, unfortunately, like I called. So I was kind of hoping he would save it for Radiance, just so I could say I called it right, but I wouldn't agree with it. But a Drum of Endurance makes a lot more sense, has extra stats to survive things like Dark Pack from the Slark, also has enough stats to survive Lina's ulti at the very least, so he can just force these guys back and just get the damage on the tower. Force Lina to rotate in, and come on brah, gonna give himself a few right clicks here. So continuing on with all the other shenanigans in the game, we see ourselves more gold going towards NWT, only about a 2k gold advantage, which is not saying much, considering the fact that, you know, they haven't really claimed that many towers. I mean, they have quite a hold on it, but it's not the biggest hold in the world. Like, they haven't taken down any towers, but only one tower has gone down in favor of Sad Gaming. So they have technically a 3k lead, so to speak, but gold is gold, and I think having the gold on Sad Gaming side is definitely going to be more valuable. The faster you can get, wow, Phantom Lancer's going for a Diffuse Blade, but the faster you can get the items up on the Phantom Lancer, the faster you can get it, the more time you can deny Slark from being able to just get in there and ravage everybody down, or just wreck everybody down. So if Slark's not snowballing, basically is what I'm saying, then the better off the team for, sorry, the better off the Sad Gaming's lineup will be, because the more Slark snowballs, the worse his team will be. Speaking of the worse his team will be, you got Earthshaker getting jumped on. Nice little stun coming from him. He's going to follow up with his stuns immediately. Faceless Void dropping his Chronosphere because he has it up again. We're starting to ulti coming through as well. 2 kills going the way of of Nutri. Not able to, they don't have to do anything here, really. And now we got Spirit Breaker going to be forced all the way back. Hasn't ulted just yet, which makes it a little bit sad. And Invoker hasn't really been doing much, to be completely honest with you. Like, his impact in the game has been really lackluster. Usually in these type of games, especially with the Spirit Breaker, you just see him running around just ganking left and ganking right. You see Sunstrikes falling in, and when those Sunstrikes fall through, that gives Invoker the XP that he needs, or the gold he needs, to actually help his team, you know, just get those levels and be beneficial for being mid. But so far in this game, him playing mid has not really benefited his team a ton yet. I mean, he's level 11. That's really about all I can say about that. Speaking of all I can say about that, we got Slark in a little bit of trouble. He uses himself a nice little ulti for Earthshaker. They're going to follow up. Face of Blood has an ulti available. Really wishes he has ulti available. Looks like this is going to be a dead Witch Doctor. He goes down. Spirit Breaker coming in, drops himself a nice little charge run. And they're going to be able to find the Bane here in a few seconds. Spirit Breaker can't dial it in just yet. 6 seconds left on that timer. 3 seconds left as well. Looks like they're not going to be able to find the last kill. And he's just spamming out the empowering haste. He's like, come on, bro, we got this. Let's do this. Go for it. Get him. So quite a bit of gold going towards Sad, and I think that should bring the gold graph back to basically 0. Yeah, so basically 0 net worth. So not a truly sizable net worth to begin with, but one team fight, a few kills. That's all you really need. Slark and crew looks like they were trying to kill a tower. They got TP'd in on. They got the tower, but they still lost life. So I mean, the real question is at what cost? At what cost did they get the tower for? Alright, so continuing to look at everything else on the map, Slark is going for Shadow Blade, so he will be going for the Shadow Blade as recommended by CulBlu. I want to say that I called that out. It's a really good item for him in this game, though. I wonder if Spirit Breaker is going to be going for Shadow Blade. Oh, before Spirit Breaker going for Shadow Blade, he's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. He will be going down. He will be killed in the line of duty. No charge for you, bro. Bane ulti immediately on that one, so... A lot of powerful ultis getting used just for these kills, but definitely paying off for him. A 1-for-1 trade in that one overall, and Slark actually getting the kill. Oh, I lied. Bane getting the kill. Oh, that sucks. Speaking of things that suck, we got ourselves Face of Blood shows around the corner. Here's a Chronosphere for your bro. Vengeance Spirit has a swap available. She's gonna go and swap out the Earthshaker. Earthshaker falls to stun. Beautiful play coming for these two, but looks like they will both still lose their life. Actually, no, VS will be the only one to lose their life. Earthshaker will be able to TP out of there. And they make it out. So Vengeance Spirit sacrificing her life to keep Earthshaker alive. I think that's worth it. The closer you can get Earthshaker to Blink Dagger, the better off your team will be overall. Meanwhile, speaking of being better overall, we got Slark. He's going to be getting scouted out completely. He is currently sitting in Invis. Spirit Breaker does not have a dust available, if I'm not mistaken. So Slark, he will be forced to take himself a nice little run away. Phantom Hunter has a nice little Spirit Lance, but oh man, wow, okay, pretty nice. Pretty nice coming out from Spirit Breaker. Now Slark saves his ally's life and doesn't want him to die, so beautiful play coming from these guys. Bane completely out of mana though, so no way for him to TP out of there. He's going to go ahead and stand here for the rest of eternity. And no disappearance. Meanwhile, mid tower does go down. Fights are happening all over the map, but we're just watching some other fight. And they do get a mid tower on the side of the Dire. Meanwhile, Bane still standing still. Spirit Breaker looking for a charge. I think the way it works is the Spirit Breaker gets in. Oh, hold on before we talk about that. Slark shows up. He's like, hey, bro. Yeah, bro, back up. Alright, we got your back, bro. And the rest of the team shows up too. Faces of Blood, no Chronosphere available, but that would have been a nice fight. And Haley Williams will be able to get out of here. She will be a paramour no more. To you people standing next to her, you creeps. So Invoker and Vengeful Spirit gonna go ahead and take down Roshan, as the old guy likes to call him. Blink Dagger did get purchased up by Faces Void, or sorry, not Faces Void, Invoker. Wow, these words. So Invoker having the Blink Dagger means that he can actually blink in and get himself a few kills. I don't really know if his damage output is gonna be there initially, but he will have it here very soon. Age is going his ways means that he can be a lot more yellow than a few other Faces Voids can be. But given the fact he's gonna be this aggressive, I'm just waiting to see him blow up someone like a Slark. Because if he can get the jump on Slark and get the Cold Snap and maybe an Orchid Silence, it'll be great. Looks like he is gonna be going for the Aghanim Scepter. Meanwhile, we got Earthshaker. He does die himself to a Slark. Slark able to get that pickoff kill. And Invoker coming around the corner, gonna go ahead and reveal the fact that he has a Blink Dagger, but not going to get much going with it. Meanwhile, towers are dying in the exact opposite direction because Faces Void wants to do things. Phantom Hunter should be able to find him out though. There's going to be a nice little bit of damage going his way. Oh, the Purge, did it get used? The Purge will be getting used. There it is. Phantom Hunter's going on. And Chronosphere coming up from Faces Void. We're starting to ulti out of range. Oh, that is awkward. And now Faces Void, he's going to be getting caught inside. Phantom Hunter's still on the chase though. Here comes Spirit Breaker dropping the ulti. Oh, the casket coming through. And the ulti not coming in. No, the ulti. Oh my gosh, the casket doing so much work right now. The coconuts, bro. And I'll kickstart my heart. Going to continue to run around. Has no mana left for anything at all. Phantom's just doing them in. But looks like who needs mana when you have these many jukes? Like, he's going to be able to get out of there. The fact that he's able to walk out of there is ridiculous. I'm a little bit disappointed for you guys. So sad gaming. If you're sad, it's okay. I understand. Faces Void's broken. I agree. People, come on, Valve, I'll never film. Just nerf him a little bit more. But that was a very unfortunate fight. That definitely should have went the way of Sad. Phantom Lancer wasted a whole entire diffusal charge. Spirit Breaker wasn't able to get the ulti out because Coconut's OP. Please nerf them, yo. And Slark and crew, I mean, they're able to continuously farm. So more space creation coming out for NWT, really. The fact that Slark was able to farm and the fact that they were able to... I don't know if they got a kill just then. But the fact that Slark is able to farm this much on the map is actually kind of scary. He's able to keep himself up there with the Phantom Lancer and crew. Not necessarily exactly there, but he's able to keep himself up there, so he's 3rd place right now. But considering the fact that Invoker plus plus Phantom Lancer do have the higher holds on the gold graph, it means that Slark is going to have a lot of weight to bear. Faces Void, does he have a Blink Dagger? Nah, he went for Vladimir's offering instead. So he's not investing in the blink for the initiation. Lena, she has herself a tornado stick. That's really about it. Witch Doctor working on an Aghanim Scepter. We've seen his ulti come through and get what two or three kills or so, something like that. And then we actually got a smoke gang. Oh no! Ooh, whoa! This Phantom Lancer quick on the trigger finger, able to dodge the whole entire Bane ulti, but it looks like he's gonna be losing his life at the end of the day. Witch Doctor committing his ulti to it too. And now Invoker shows up. Oh, the ulti's still going through the channel's not gonna be. Yeah, channel will be there. Damage coming through Invoker. He's gonna lose his life. The first Aegis life is gone. Nobody is left here to support for Sad. And I think Sad don't have TPs. They're gonna go ahead and continue to go for the tier 2. We had no TPs on the support, so basically just a situation where nobody could TP in there, and that's a huge deal. This is going to be a tier 2 mid for NWT. They're going to trade it for a tier 2 bottom. I think it would be a worthwhile trade. Hell, they're not even going to trade for tier 2 bottom because Earthshake and Vincent Spirit don't have that much damage between the two. So mid tower, we're going to be going down. TP support immediately coming in from the Faceless Void, who has a Chronosphere available. He can actually drop it here in a second. Going to wait for his ally TP in. There's a Chrono catching both these guys. Bane shows up around the corner, drops a Brain Sap on top of the one he's targeting. And there's a Witch Doctor dropping the casket. The Coconuts are bouncing so hard right now. Earthshaker dropping all the abilities. So much damage getting done. Almost enough to kill the Faceless, but not enough to actually get in his life. And now Phantom Lancer shows up. TP boots are in. He's going to be able to give himself a return kill on top of the Faceless Void. And now Phantom Lancer, what will he do? Oh no, Slark's around the corner. Vince Spirit gonna get picked off immediately, and then we got Spirit Breaker charging in. They're gonna go for the fight. They're gonna continue the fight. We got Slark dropping so much damage. The deeps are real. 2 people dead on the side of NWT. And sorry, 2 people dead on the side of Sad. And now we got Slark dropping his ulti, trying to go toe to toe with Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker gonna be able to continue to run himself away. Nice charge on top of the Lena, able to get himself an ultra. Wow, that would help this Phantom Lancer get a triple kill. And will he be able to get out of this is a big question. Slark has no notable mana. Spirit Breaker gonna go and drop himself Urn of Shadows and then turn around. And it looks like they're able to make it out of there. So a very, very, very touch and go fight. At the end of the day, Sad a lot more scrappy than their enemy right now. And the fact that Phantom was able to TP into that fight and get himself a triple kill, definitely helping on his net worth. Sitting at 11k so far. So despite the fact that I still think NWT still have this game in their favor, we have Sad going to go ahead and pull it right on back down towards their favor. Just showing you guys that just a few kills going their way plus a tower. Definitely what they needed to help them get themselves back into the game. XP going to go more in their favor as well. And Phantom Lancer, I mean, has a Diffusal Blade. What more do you need? I think a Manta Style. I think a Manta Style is in order for this game. So once Ura has that Manta Style, going to be one hell of a hero to deal with. They don't have all that much AoE to deal with them. I mean, you have Lena's abilities, sure. You have Slark's Dark Packs, but I mean, they really don't have any true AoE like an Earthshaker ulti. So it's really nice to see that Sad did pick that up for themselves. So they can make sure that, one, they secure for themselves, so when Faceless Void does drop his Chronosphere, then Earthshake can just continuously stun him and hashtag waste his time, forcing Faceless Void to get things like a BKB, just to make sure he can actually do anything during his ult. And speaking of BKB, I don't know if Witch Doctor's going to give himself his own BKB, because he really needs one in this game, to be able to channel off a full ulti. Like, they're relying on his damage quite a bit. Anyway, Slark able to give himself a pick-off kill here very soon on top of Earthshaker. Earthshaker will be going down. He will not be saved. Vincent Spirit trying to get the swap. It looks like, yep. The pickoffs necessary to help him get the farm necessary. Slark is working on Sanjin Yasha. So once he has it up, he'll be feeling pretty happy about it. And Power Treads. If you use Power Treads, you'll get a kill, guys. Just know you learned that here. Meanwhile, Invoker's hanging out on the other side of the map. Aghanim Scepter at hand. Not necessarily level 16. But he's pretty darn close to it. Just dropping a few abilities. Going for the Ghost Walk. Just trying to push with his creeps. And we'll see if we see any rotations at all. Meanwhile, Dire going to go ahead and defend the towers. Radiant going to go ahead and just run in circles. Lena pick up an Invis rune. And we have Roshan coming back up in about, what is this, 30 seconds? 40 seconds or so? Roughly a minute. And Invoker, he's going to go ahead and TP himself out of this place and go down bottom to farm up some more. So take a look at their everything else on the item charts. Blink daggers on Earthshaker, Blink Dagger on Invoker. I don't think much has changed from there. Spiritbreaker, he is... Wow, that's a lot of cheap items. Spiritbreaker's 6 slotted right now. Not saying a ton, but he's working on power treads by the looks of it. Or no, did he just get a hand of Midas? No, okay, yeah, he's working on power treads. He's had a hand of Midas for a while. I just haven't paid attention to it at all. But Spiritbreaker having the hand of Midas means that he can start building up gold for bigger items. Maybe he can get the AC for his team. I don't know if Earthshaker wants to get that or if he wants to get that. I think maybe Earthshaker wants to get a Shiva's Guard instead. So AC on Spiritbreaker will be really nice. Moving on to the Bane, on the other side, he has a Glimmer Cape available, so that's going to be really nice. Vladimir's offering did get picked up by Faceless Void. He finally has the Blink Dagger that CulBlu has been begging for this entire game. Aghanim Scepters are coming up online for Witchdoctor and Lena here very soon, and we're about to see a team fight come up here in a second. We got a nice little Invoker, or nice little Shadow Blade coming up for Slark. They're gonna immediately go for the fight. Nice damage coming on top of whoever that was. Invoker getting blasted immediately. Meanwhile, Faceless Void ulti still online. Spiritbreaker, beautiful charge, is gonna be able to stop the Witchdoctor ulti. Lena taking so much damage, and there's a Chronosphere coming up from Faceless Void, trying to save the best for last. Looks like it might not be fast enough though. Buyback immediately coming out from the Invoker. Sunstrike coming through from Invoker. He does get the kill. Splat goes Lena. It's a little ironic that she dies to the Sunstrike. I mean, she's kind of like the fire lady, but whatever. Logic, right? Guess she came too close to the sun and got burned? Maybe? But anyway, Invoker gonna buy back for that whole entire fight, so it's overall it's gonna be a fair gold trade in favor of Sad. But Invoker did use his buyback to get back into the fight. And speaking of buybacks, we do have a buyback on Lena, so she can actually come back into this fight if she needs to. But everybody else is going to be dead for the respective 10 to 20 seconds. Faceless Void Chronosphere being down is going to be a huge deal. That means that these guys should be able to push in without much fear. Earthshaker ulti, he was used in the last fight, and Spiritbreaker, his ulti was used in the last fight as well. So, at the very least, we have a few ultis on the line. Oh, well, speaking of few ultis, we got immediately the Faceless Void going to be getting smacked in the face, and Casket coming through. Look at it go, as the Witchdoctor says, as we watch it go. You know, I think it should be an achievement. Like if you ever die to a Witchdoctor Casket, there should be an achievement called "Watched It Go." Like you know, he says, "Look at it go," and then you watched it go, so you die. You know, Vincent Spirit doing some nice little farming. Meanwhile, we got a nice little blink out from the rest of the crew. Slark coming forward. Oh, he finds an Earthshaker. Earthshaker gonna be getting blasted down. Speaking of getting blasted down, we got Slark. He's getting hit with all the CC necessary to help them get the kills, and now we got the kill coming turn around on top of Phantom Lancer. He's gonna go ahead and drop himself an ability and backs away very, very respectively. Looks like it's gonna be middle tower. Middle tower did go down. They lost themselves a melee racks as well. And that ends on all the calls so far. So I mean, so far Sad are doing pretty darn well. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see, but I still think there's a lot of potential left on the team of NWT. Because if Nutri are able to get the pick off that they need, which I think is Invoker, which they got last time around, which is why the fight looks so good for them. If they're able to get pick offs like an Invoker plus maybe even the Phantom Lancer, then they may be able to help themselves get a push in. But all things considered, they're down 1 racks right now, so 1 melee racks mid. They're also losing on the tower charts. So the towers overall are not doing too terribly hot. So they need to be very careful. I mean, don't forget you have a Phantom Lancer which travel, so he can still TP in and backdoor you. Like he's basically Nature's Prophet with illusions. Geometry Side got picked up by Kepler on the Invincible Spirit just to do some dewarding and also scouting out of Slarks and Banes. And the whole entire crew for the Radiant just hanging out on the side. Deathball meta is real right now. They really want to push in. Both sides are kind of testing for Roche. They see Lena and Bane. Lena dropping the stun, trying to kill the illusions, or sorry, trying to kill the Forge Spirits. And Invoker, he has a Geometry Sight now. So, I'm interested to see if Invoker decides to go for a excuse me, Octarine Core, or if he decides to go for what's the other one? Sheepstick. If he goes for a Sheepstick, that'll be a really good idea. I think having the extra disable for the Slark will be definitely necessary. But then again, there are other ends you can go for. Speaking of other ends you can go for, Spiritbreaker dropping himself a nice little stun. He actually catches himself. Where the heck did he catch here? I think because of Witchdoctor. Witchdoctor cancels ulti immediately. Beautiful stun coming up from the Earthshaker. They're going to continue to go for the kill though. Looks like they do get the kill on top of Witchdoctor. Faceless Void trying to get himself a time walk. Gonna be able to get himself a nice chrono, but it looks like it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, Bane dropping his ulti. Kills himself a Phantom Lancer. A huge pick up for them. And meanwhile, Spiritbreaker charged in and still trying to go for the kill on top of Slark. Slark is like, bro, let's do this. Getting caught with all the CC AoE stun. And both sides losing one person. definitely the fight going way in favor of Nutri. Getting the kill on Phantom was huge. Phantom was not able to get the illusions off, was not able to use a diffusal charge, wasn't even able to do that much damage. And look at his damage on this chart, only 544. It means he got like maybe 3 or 4 right clicks off, plus 2 or 3 illusions. And considering the fact that everybody else was able to do their damage, you know, despite Witch Doctor's death, R.I.P. bro, R.I.P. Pour out some water for you. But despite the fact that NWT did lose the Witch Doctor, his ulti did get used and didn't do that much, they did have the support stay alive for a little bit longer, which means that they did a lot more damage than the supports, or than the Phantom Lantern, and overall helped them win. Still, Invoker's doing a lot of damage though, so that's kind of concerning. Could have went a lot worse. Let me just put it that. Let me just tell you, could have went a ton way worse. Alright, so I'm trying to monitor the items because I'm trying to see where the Aghanim Scepter for Witch Doctor comes online. Lena already has her Ag, so she can actually blast people out of the sky. And looks like Witch Doctor still working on his. I mean, he has his in about 600 more gold, but that's a little ways off, especially considering the fact that Roshan is coming up. Faces Void ulti's up in 21 seconds. I don't think they'll be able to make it here fast enough. Excuse me, I don't think they'll be able to make it here fast enough to actually contest the Roche. At least contest it confidently. Faces Void with his chrono down makes it a little bit scary, and they are going to be able to try to fight into this. Lena dropping her stun immediately. We got Spirit Breaker charging in. He actually gets himself a charge on Faces Void, and there goes the Aegis going towards the Invoker. Meanwhile, more fights are happening. We got Phantom Lantern going versus an Illusion or something, and we're talking ulti, beautiful ulti on top of the high ground, able to give himself a nice little kill on top of the Vengeful Spirit. On top of the whoever that was, Invoker. And damage coming out from Lena. I did hear her go through, but looks like she's not gonna be able to get out of here. Come on, bro, he might be going down here. Beautiful stun come on top of the Phantom Lancer. Beautiful follow from Bane. They do get themselves a kill on top of Phantom Lancer despite all the trouble they went through to keep him alive. And now Spirit Breaker, he's gonna be the next one to go down and gets hit with the brain sap. Damage is necessary. Damage is there. And Invoker gonna be hanging out in the area. He's gonna drop himself a Stun Strike. Splat! Splat goes to Slark, and he's still alive. He has more fight in him. I mean, Bane has no mana. Invoker's ready to do this. He's basically full HP, full mana. So almost a team wipe for SAD. So they almost lost out a ton in that fight. At the very least, Invoker he had the Aegis. So I guess technically a team wipe since Invoker did come back because of the Aegis. But man, I did not expect NWT to come that close in that team fight. Like they basically came out on top as far as gold goes. So really well played. The initiation was there. Lena dropping the stun, and I guess they focused their appropriate targets. And on top of that, Faces Void's ulti still available. Witch Doctor ulti was used. It was used to kill the Invoker, so nice focus on that one. But Faces Void's ulti was not used in that fight, so it's available for the next fight. And the creeps are not pushed too terribly far in, so NWT can get ready to fight here very soon. So Aghanim Scepter for Witch Doctor. It's not there yet, bro, but it will be here soon. Just waiting for that big old item. Speaking of big old, oh nope, it's not gonna be here anytime soon. Never mind. Come on, Witch Doctor. Come on, you got this. We believe in you, bro. We're rooting for you. Witch Doctor goes down. Earthshaker plus Invoker, able to splat him into the ground. And top tower's gonna get pushed. Phantom Lantern has his bridge of travel, plus his diffusal. His illusions are ready. His body is ready. You know, Slark is invisible around the corner. Mantis not getting used. Phantom Lantern trying to press the attack as much as he can. Gonna go and run himself back in illusion. They don't from the right one. Just yet, Faces Void, beautiful chrono, catches 2, catches 3 actually, time dilation as well, gonna go ahead and wreck their lives. Invoker Tornado come around the backside, and Invoker's going toe to toe with whoever this is, gets called with the Bane ulti. Meanwhile, fights happen on the other side. Invoker getting blasted out of the sky, by the way, quick update, Lena dies as well. It looks like Witch Doctor, he was already dead for a little bit while ago. If only Witch Doctor's ulti was in this fight, man, jeez. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer, his illusions is doing so much work right now. And the Nightmare does go through, the Geometry Sight does get picked up. I think it was getting carried by, I thought it was getting carried by the Vengeful Spirit, but I don't know. And Nightmare lasted forever on those creeps, jeez. Anywho, top tower gonna get pushed. Sad, gonna press what advantage that they have. Slark, they're pinging on him. They want to go for him. Witch Doctor dropping his ulti. He's gonna go for it. The damage is there. The damage is not enough though. He gets charged by the Spirit Breaker immediately, and Slark's getting jumped in, or he's getting jumped on right now. Geometry Sight coming out, gonna be able to help them get the kill. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor can't do anything but just heal and run away. He's gonna continue to heal and run away, while the rest of the squad is gonna go for the Raxus. So secondary Rax gonna come through. Slark buying back immediately into the fight. No buyback available for anybody else on the raiding squad, but looks like Slark wants to go for a kill. He is gonna go ahead and try to get himself in there. I heard his ability get used, but I didn't see where it got used at. Faces Void walks straight into the fight, trying to get himself a nice kill on top of somebody. Man, these stuns. Vengeful Spirit really wants his tower. She's gonna get this Rax. Meanwhile, Slark's on the backside doing some work, able to get himself a kill on top of the Earthshaker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was a kill on top of the Earthshaker, and they're going to chase the Phantom Lancer. So Phantom Lancer time dilation comes through. It's going to be very, very, very detrimental to his team fight. That means he can't evade that much, and he's going to be trying to TP himself out of here. Will he be able to make it alive? No, he will not. The time. Oh man, the stun. Are you kidding me? The time lock was there just in time. RNGesus. Just all bow down to kickstart my heart. I mean, that wasn't a first hit bash or anything. He kind of hit him like 30 times, but still, it happened. Let's be hype about it for once. That's only a level 3 bash, so it's only a 20% chance. So the fact that it stopped the Phantoms for TPing out was a huge deal. And now NWT need to press their advantage. They need to press what ground they can push. Get all the lanes pushed out as far as they possibly can. Witch Doctor finally has the Aghanim Scepter, so his damage output is going to be massive in the next few team fights. Faceless Void doesn't have enough mana for Chrono, but he will have an Ags soon to help augment his mana overall. Slark, still in some stats, has himself the first piece of a Scotty, so he will be having that up here very soon. And Lena, she's working on what looks to be, okay, it's not a Scotty, is it? Sheepstick. So Lena's working on a Sheepstick, trying to make sure that she can actually get an extra disable. Moving to the other side of Sad, I just want to see individually what they got. Vengeful Spirit, she doesn't really have much as far as her items goes. Just a Medallion of Courage. I mean, it's really her biggest item. Aghanim Scepter would be a huge luxury item for her. And speaking of Aghanim Scepter, Ta, who's had the Aghanim Scepter for quite a while, did basically rush for it. Does have a Lincoln Sphere now, so that means one of the stuns, I'm trying to think, Bane's Nightmare, that's really all it's good for. And actually Lena's ult too. So Bane's Nightmare and Lena's ult, and maybe the Coconut, just one bounce of the Coconut will be enough for him to actually get some value out of that. I think in this specific game it might be a great idea to get yourself a Lotus Orb. Like a Spirit Breaker Lotus Orb is always a good idea, especially when you charge in there going full yellow and you got all these target spells. So we'll see if he decides to get rich enough to actually get one of them. Moving on to the Phantom Lancer, Diffusal Blade, he has a Manta Style, working on a harder Terras to make his illusions so damn tanky. Almost has enough gold for it. I think he's at 4,300 to actually get it. He has a recipe available though, so maybe he'll go for it. Oh, okay. Okay, looks like they're gonna go for it. They're doing something. Oh, we got a swap in immediately from Prison Spirit, trying to keep our ally alive. Nice Deafening Blast from Invoker. Not gonna be able to do a ton, but they did stop the Witch Doctor ulti from doing too much work. Invincible Spirit gonna be the only casualty. Speaking of only casualty, Bane gonna be in kind of beautiful Earthshaker ulti, able to reflect a little bit of damage. Phantom Lancer going all in. The illusions are massive right now. So many illusions. Lena gonna get wrecked pretty darn hard. Witch Doctor, he's next, and now Slark's gonna be the last one to go, at least to the low ground. Meanwhile, Bane's ulti coming through on top of the Invoker. Invoker will not be denied. He will not go down. Still alive. His whole entire team has his back. And NWT, essentially a team wipe. Slark is the only one left alive. Actually, Slark wants to go for a kill. They have a Geometry Sight. I don't know. It's like Slark really wants his kill on top of the Invoker. He's going to be able to find himself. Oh, the Tornado comes through with Slark. He gets denied. Oh, no. That blind Tornado, though. And now Invoker. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Invoker's going to be able to run away the other side. Invoker will not go down. Slark, he will be losing his life here in a few seconds. And of all things, Invoker able to split the gold with the Spirit Breaker. Just make it a little bit more insult to injury. Like, the amount of salt is real right now. So yeah, I think this is pretty much all but over right now. It's sad. All they have to do is just push in, get a few more Raxes, and just wait for them to call GG. We got the Phantom Lancer, has a hard Terras fully finished up. Invoker still not dead. Spirit Breaker, no Lotus Orb, so I'm a little bit sad about that, but is he... Oh, he's getting a AC. Never mind, I thought he was getting a Lotus Orb. I was like, oh my gosh, he's getting a Lotus Orb, boys! Anyway, so we got ourselves a nice little kill coming top of Phantom Lancer here very soon, if they can get the right clicks off, but Invoker's just doing so much control to him, just doing so much work. Witch Doctor ulti coming through, it's going to be doing some damage. The damage will be there. It looks like Witch Doctor will sacrifice his life for this, but a lot of damage going towards... Oh my gosh, no! Witch Doctor's sustain is a little bit too strong! Are you kidding me? He's able to survive that? What the hell is that? So Witch Doctor was able to survive because of the heal, and also because I think Lena got a key stun at the right time. And yeah, they hold for a few moments, but I don't think it's that many moments more. Like, their time's pretty much numbered. Alright, Courier's gonna go ahead and fly itself immediately out. I think the Dire did see it. So they made TP a Phantom Lantern. Oh, he's dead. They made TP somebody in and go kill it. Don't know. But this looks like a Sheepstick fully finished up for Lena. Gonna be a huge deal in the next team fight. If there is another team fight, that is. Spirit Breaker AC fully finished up, so he's gonna go ahead and help his team out with the damage. Earthshaker working towards wait, sorry, he has a Blink Dagger, Force Staff, now he has a Tornado Stick. I was gonna say he's working towards a Force Staff, but he already had that up a little while ago. And Invoker has a Refresher, so he's ready to blow up anybody and everybody who shows up. I don't know about y'all, but I think NWT still has some fight left in them. I mean, if they can just get a team wipe and then push in and get like maybe a Rax and just go straight for win, they might be able to do it. But the outer towers, oh hey look, they're pinging. Huh. So these outer towers are going to be the bane of their existence, mainly because it's going to be there the whole entire time. And because it's there the whole entire time, that means that they can't challenge, like they can't, you know, play ring around their axis. They can't go straight for this one mid and then run straight up here and kill that one. Instead, they gotta say, oh, let's kill this one mid, cool, and then run out and kill those other ones. So the whole entire team's gonna go ahead and rotate up top, trying to bait out the Slark, using him as bait. The whole rest of the squad is in smoke. And we'll see if the bait gets taken. Move on to the items, because it's very important that NWT have TP scrolls. Everybody has a TP scroll. Absolutely important. They need to make sure that they can defend. And mid lane's going to be pushed in here in a few seconds. If they can get a kill on top of Invoker, it will be a huge deal, because Invoker did buyback. Bane actually sees him around the corner. Glimmer capes immediately. And there's Invoker tossed in a tornado. And they see the whole entire team is in the wrong spot. So they're going to go ahead and rotate down bottom. TP's immediately coming back into the tower. Or going back into the base. Fanlighter and crew will be revealing themselves down the bottom lane. And everybody immediately TPing back, so they're not able to get much out of the smoke gank. Meanwhile, the vision's still there. Yeah, Geometry Side's up on Spirit Breaker, so Slark has to be extremely careful in this game. Creep still pushing in. The team will be farming up a massive wave of creeps, but there's going to be another wave of creeps coming up top, because hey, why not? Speaking of things coming up in a second, we got Roshan, he's going to be here. Fanlighter going to be very, very, very happy to go ahead and take that, or actually give it to Invoker. Invoker is very valuable to keep alive in this game. So it's going to be a relatively quick Aegis, and then it's going to go straight for the GG push. So objective, followed by another objective, followed by the victory, potentially for SAD. And they have buybacks on, what, nobody? Oh wow, really? They have buybacks on nobody. So everybody on the side of SAD decided to buy out. Buybacks are available on everybody inside of NWT though, so that's gonna be a big deal. So SAD basically have to win 2 fights to win this game right now. We'll see if NWT can get the initiation that they want. If they can get a God mode Faces Void Chrono, then they can definitely do it. But they're going to go ahead and send the illusions first. Invoker Aegis is picked up on him. Earthshaker waiting around the backside, trying to wait for the Faces Void Chrono, so both sides are waiting for the other side. And I think in this specific engagement, if Faces Void walks around the backside and comes around the back and just like, you know, Chronos around the backside, that would be great. But that's a lot easier said than done. Especially considering the fact that you don't know what kind of vision they have out there. Speaking of vision, Slark going to go invisible. And towers, or sorry, Raxes are still getting siege. We're gonna have to see a response coming from NWT. They're trying to force the issue. First of all, really wants to get a nice Chrono initiation, but he really can't get into range. Slark's gonna walk around the backside. He's gonna reveal himself, trying to kill on top of the Vengeful Spirit, who's the one who caused the most problems. He's gonna be initiating on top of these guys immediately. Nice swap from Vengeful Spirit on top of the Spirit Breaker. Now Face of Void coming in. He's gonna be able to get himself a kill on top of the Vengeful Spirit. So they do get the 1 kill on top of Vengeful, but the fight's gonna be happening around the backside. Witch Doctor, you do not want him to die right now. You really need him alive, but he has himself a nice little buyback available. The first death on top of the Witch Doctor. Slark's around the backside, causing all kinds of problems. Vandalance actually died. Are you kidding me? I didn't realize he was dead. Meanwhile, we got Witch Doctor buying back immediately. Face of Void picks up the Geometry Sight, does immediately drop it, has buyback available, will buy back immediately. Sunstrike coming up from the Invoker, gonna be able to hit Jack Squat, and now we got the Witch Doctor also coming in his bouncer. Look at the bounces go, look at it go, as we say right now. So much damage going through, gonna be able to force her back, and all the Faces of Void Chrono coming in as well. Fanelson bought back into the game, looks like he wants to continue to fight, trying to keep himself in this battle. They will have enough damage, they will have enough left to continue to challenge. Witch Doctor does not want to die right now, but the Coconut coming through, it's gonna be bouncing around, it's gonna be bouncing on top of 2 creeps perfectly. Fanelson will be the last one to die, eats himself a cheese. Or Heart of Tarrasque. I think he, what was that an active? Anyway, before we talk about all that, we got some more damage coming towards the Invoker. Witch Doctor, he will lose his life at the end of the day. Meanwhile, we got Fanlighter going toe to toe with Slark. Slark losing the fight completely. GG's getting called out. NWT have nothing left to do with this. They went out. And that's gonna be it for the game, guys. That is gonna be it for this game. Alright, so that was a really hectic game. Like I was rooting for NWT at a certain point, but like they just couldn't get it going. Like the Witch Doctor ulti wasn't enough. But nice chrono on the last part. I think they caught one person inside of it, but everybody else is stuck on the outside. But at the very least, the ulti from Witch Doctor was bouncing on top of creeps and heroes, so it worked out okay. They ended up losing the game, but that's besides the point. Anywho, my name is CulBlu. Just about you guys the second game in the JoinDota League. SAD Gaming do take the victory from this one, so it's basically a 1-1 series. So SAD get 1 game, NWT get 1 game, and that's gonna be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this game. My name is CulBlu. Just watch you guys' cast. If you want to check out more of my stuff, feel free to go check me out on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. You can also check me out on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. I do post my VODs on my YouTube, so whenever I cast a game, I'll always try to post my VODs in a timely manner, so you can go watch them, you know, relive the experience, have fun, and tell your friends because they might want to have fun too. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you guys whenever.